Hi, I'm Jim Canterbury. Thank you for visiting my website and taking time to watch the videos. Before we get started, one of the things I wanted to bring up is if you're like me, you probably have one of these in your wallet and you carry it with you all the time. The problem is you've got a concealed carry license, but you haven't got a handgun with you. What was happening to me is I would go out to make a call, I would have the handgun in my carrying case, or I would have it in the car, but I wouldn't have it on my hip. Next step was I went out and bought a bunch of different holsters. I bought a shoulder holster, I've got the hip holster, I even bought a clip that clips over the belt. And what I found is none of them really served the need. If I got in the car with a holster on, I had to take the handgun out. Then in a lot of cases the holster was so bulky I ended up having to take it off to be comfortable while I was driving the car. The other thing is, it's not winter here in Oregon all the time, so there are times of the year where I can wear shorts or a short sleeve shirt. And when I was carrying a holster, I always had to have a vest or a jacket on to cover things up. And there was nothing more embarrassing than being someplace and bend over and somebody say, "Oh my God, you've got a gun on you." So those were situations I didn't like, and those are the things that motivated me to come out with the Peacekeeper belt clip. So with the Peacekeeper, it's like wearing your handgun inside your waistband. Inside the waistband, wherever's most comfortable for you. As a matter of fact, I've got a police officer that's using it for off-duty carry, and one of his comments was, "Hey, this is like carrying my waistband. I can put it in the back of my body, I can put it on the side, I can carry it where it's most comfortable. The big difference is it isn't falling out on me, and I'm not worried about somebody grabbing a hold of it and jerking it loose." So let's take a look at the product, and I'll walk you through how it operates. So, right now I've got a short sleeve shirt on, a pair of dress slacks, not a lot of printing, and currently I'm carrying a Glock 9mm 17-shot clip. So lift up my shirt, here it is. To release the pistol, I just push forward on the lock and pull it out. And we're ready to go. Fingers in position, ready to aim, finger on the trigger, and fire. This is the Peacekeeper pistol belt clip in my hand. And I'll rotate it around. It's black anodized aluminum, has a slide that's stainless steel, and if I move this back and forth, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but you can see on the website, the slide where it goes has a little tip on the end. What that does is when you close it, that tip goes over the top of the connector button and locks into place, and that's where you get the snap action. When these first are finished up, you'll notice that this has a little bit of tension to it when you slide, but after it's been used for a while, it's going to get to where it just slides back and forth real easily. There isn't a lot of tension on it. And the way it operates is you have the base plate that goes on the handgun with a connector button. So this connector button slides into the receiver, you slide over, it locks into place, and then you slide back the other way, and that releases it. The connector button is also made of stainless steel. Now the connector button is attached to the slide on your handgun, and here's the Glock with the base plate already attached. So the way it's attached is using a 3M VHB, which is very high bonding adhesive, and with this it has 85-pound pull-off strength per square inch. So with the base plate, it's a 1/2 inch wide and 2 inches long, so basically you're looking at about 85-pound pull-off to get this off the handgun. What I found is after you've put it on the handgun, if you want to take it off, if you just pry it off, you're probably going to bend the plate. But if you use a heat gun to heat it up, you can go ahead and peel it right off. And the tape has what's called stretch release technology. And what that means is whether it ends up sticking to the plate or to your handgun, you just grab the tape and pull it, and that stretches, it releases, it doesn't leave any residue. The tape is also oil resistant and solvent resistant, so you don't have to worry about that issue. So put the plate on the handgun, peel, stick, get it mounted on, and with the Glocks they have these grooves, and what I found works best is I use a small clamp, and I clamp it down, and I force the tape into the grooves, let it set for a couple minutes, and then we'll take it off and you're good to go. 3M says it takes 72 hours to completely set up. After 24 hours, it's at about 75% of the total setup. Now, the other nice thing about this is if you want to use this with a shoulder holster or some other holster, you can take and renew the connector button simply by turning it off. It's a threaded piece that goes into the base plate and comes off easily, and then you can just turn it back back in, and you're back in business using with the clip. Okay.